Just starting the recording for Kath, and I will, so welcome Kath. I'll just put us all up on the big screen, and I'm just going to mute everybody. So everybody okay this morning before I mute you all? Yeah, good. All raring to go?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll sort off, is it? Right, okay, so we're going to start today. Oh, we need a strap. So if you've got a strap handy, or a dressing gown belt, that would be good. We're going to need that in a minute. And our usual block. So we're going to start in Tadasana. So let's find our Tadasana. So standing up straight and tall. And really feel the connection with the soles of your feet and the mat. So have your feet about hip distance apart and just have a little gentle rock back and forth on the feet. Maybe lifting the toes up and away from the mat and then placing them back down. And see if you can find some separation in the toes as you place them down. And then work your way up from your feet. Soften your knees up to your hips. So your hips are stacked above your knees. Slightly engage the tummy muscles just to keep that lower back supported. Relax your shoulders down. Just allow your hands and your arms to hang here at the side of your body. And have your chin parallel to the floor. Imagine I'm pulling you up by the crown of your head. So there's a straight line from the crown of the head all the way down through the neck, down the spine, all the way down to the mat. And then once you feel stable in this position, just gently close your eyes. Just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. So as you breathe in, just feel that movement in the lungs, the whole 360 of the lungs as they expand forward and back and sideways. And as you breathe out, let go of any tension in the body. So just do a few more rounds of your breath, just allowing everything to release. Checking in that you're not locking those knees. Just allow everything to relax. We're relaxing our muscles. We're easing away any tension before we start our practice. And our practice today is all about opening the chest. So we're going to be doing quite a few shoulder openers, chest openers, and a little bit from the mobilization video as well. And our peak pose is half moon pose, which is a really lovely chest opener. And I'll give you plenty of options for it. So just taking one more deep breath in. And on your next inhalation, keeping your eyes closed, float your hands up and overhead. And just gently as you exhale, allow them to come out wide and settle back down alongside your body. So as you're breathing in, the palms are facing down. And as you breathe out, take the palms so that they face each other and just allow the hands to open, the arms to open. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together and let the hands rest alongside the body. And then inhale them up exhaling around. So it's quite nice to do this with your eyes closed because you can really feel into your shoulders and into your chest as you're exhaling and squeezing the shoulder blades together. Last time, float them up. And then out and down and to your side. And then drop your chin to your chest. Really allow the arms to rest alongside the body. So feel as though you're really sending your shoulders down. You feel that lovely stretch in the side of the neck. And blink your eyes open if you haven't already. And lift your head. Well done. So just going to do a little bit more mobilizing. I'm just going to turn to the side for this one. So standing up straight and tall, relax those shoulders. This time we're going to inhale, reaching the hands up, palms are facing forward, and just add in a mini back bend. So your gaze is to the ceiling. And as you exhale, upright yourself and take your hands to cactus. So it's inhale, float the hands up, palms are facing forward. Add in that mini back bend. Exhale, cactus. So gentle movements, we're being kind to our back. Inhale, up, mini back bend. Exhale, cactus. Release the hands. Let's do it once more. Inhale, up, mini back bend. Exhale to cactus. Release the hands. So we're going to take our strap now and just have our strap in front of us. Have it as wide as you need. We're going to take our hands up and over our shoulders. So you might want to start with it in quite a wide position and just wrap your hands around the strap so you've got it solid. So holding it out in front of you as if it's a weights bar. Find that strength in your shoulders, but relax them down. Soften your knees. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, bring them back to the front of the body. So we're going to do that once more. I'm just going to come down onto my knees because you can't see my hands. So inhale, reach them up. Exhale down. So this time as you're inhaling and reaching them up, feel like you're trying to break that strap. So you're creating some tension here in the strap. Take a breath. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, send the hands down behind you. You might need to widen the strap, the first one that we do. Oh, yes. So bring the hands behind the back. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a breath here. Inhale, bring your hands back upright. Exhale them to the front. So let's do that once more. So inhale, reaching the hands up. Really add some tension on here, trying to break that strap. But don't have any tension in your neck. Try and find some softness there. Your tummy muscles are engaged, are supporting your back. Take a breath in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you exhale. Send the hands behind you. Keep those shoulder blades squeezing. You're trying to make them touch. It'll make it easier to bring the arms back up and over. So take a breath. Exhale them back. And then release. Have a little shrug of your shoulders. It's a tough one for the shoulders, isn't it? But it really does get some movement into the shoulders. So squeeze them forward and squeeze them back, lifting the chest. Just mobilizing through those shoulders. We'll just do one more. So take your hands out in front of you. Maybe the strap can go a little bit narrower now. Inhale up. Squeezing the shoulder blades, exhaling them behind. Taking a breath here, keep the tummy muscles engaged. Inhale, exhale, bring it back. And then release. Well done. So the shoulders should feel quite free now. So have a little shrug, ease them out. And let's have a little test, see how they feel. So inhale and bring your hands to the heart center. Stand up straight and tall. And as you exhale, sweep the hands behind you and take them into prayer position behind. Inhale, sweeping them forward, bringing them to the front of your chest. Exhale, sweep them back. You internally rotate the shoulders as you lift the arms up behind your back, palms together. Or just knuckles together if that doesn't work for you. Once more, inhale, bring them to the front. Exhale, sweeping them out. So internal rotation to see how the shoulders go like this. And then send the hands up and behind. Maybe they're coming higher up your back now. And then release. So let's come to the back of the mat. Stand up straight and tall. Release your shoulders. Engage your tummy muscles. Inhale, take your hands up and overhead. Take your gaze to your palms. Exhale as you bring them all the way down through the midline, down to the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Just easing into those hamstrings. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins. Make that half forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands to the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale and slowly, slowly bring yourself back up. Let's do that again. Inhale, hands up and overhead. Take your gaze to your palms. Exhale all the way through the midline. Uttanasana, forward fold. So have some softness in your knees if you feel that you're not releasing your back down to the mat. If you soften the knees, send the hips up towards the ceiling, the back will release. Inhale, slide your hands to your shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, just rolling up. Release the shoulders. Last time, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, all the way through the midline, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. This time, walk your hands out along the mat and come to all fours. So from this all fours position, with your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips, keep your toes into the mat. So we're keeping our feet active here. We're going to do one of the mobilizing exercises from the video that you've all watched. Right, so tuck your tummy muscles in, take a breath in, and as you exhale, just step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So we're going to rotate from one side to the other. So the move is, I'll just show you what we'll be doing in one go, and then we'll get into a bit of a flow with it. So as we exhale, we drop our shoulder down towards the mat. And as we inhale, we open the hand up to the ceiling. And then we take our hands back to the mat, release the leg, swap sides, exhale the shoulder, inhale and open. Release the hand, swap, start again. So this is our starting position. So take a breath in, exhale, drop the chest and the shoulder. Inhale, open up, take your gaze to the hands. Exhale, place your hand down, release the foot. Inhale the other foot to the other side. Exhale the shoulder. Inhale and open. Exhale the hand down, swapping the legs as you inhale. Exhale, shoulder goes down. Inhale to open. Exhale, swap sides. Inhale. Exhale, dip the shoulder. Inhale and open. Exhale, swap. So we're back on our right side. So we do 6 on each side. Keeping your breath going. Trying to make this into a fluid movement with your breath. And feeling how you feel more open with each movement, how you're freeing the body. So each time you open up, hopefully the chest feels just that little bit more free. One more on the right hand side, just dipping the shoulder, opening up. Exhale, inhale the left leg. Exhale, dip the left side. Inhale and open. Release. Back to all fours. Just have a little shimmy. Just easing out any tension. I really like that set of moves. I think it's a really nice mobilization. So if you can't find time to do anything else in the morning, just do that as you get out of bed. It's really lovely. So we're just going to do a little variation on our thread the needle. No, we're not. We're going to do some cat cows first. So all fours, take your gaze to the mat, take a breath in. And as you exhale, drop your head towards the mat, round the spine. Feel as though you're pressing the mat away from you. Inhale, exhale, leading with the chin and the chest, sending your hips to the ceiling. You're in cow. Just be careful with the back of the neck. Inhale, exhale, cat. Inhale, exhale, cow. Inhale, exhale, cat. Inhale, exhale, cow. Inhale, come back, excuse me, to your all fours. Now we're going to do our variation on thread the needle. So finding this all fours position, planting the left hand into the mat, engage your tummy muscles. Inhale and open the right hand up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, we're just going to sweep the hand behind the left hand and just reach through. So don't take your upper body down to the mat. You're just reaching with those fingertips as far as you can, feeling how that's opening through the back. Inhale, lifting the hand up. Exhale and reach. Inhale and lift. Open through the chest. Exhale and reach. And we can add a little option here if you're feeling quite balanced. So as you reach with that right hand, feel grounded with the left. Take a breath. And as you exhale, send your left toes out to the mat. So straighten that left leg and really reach through the right arm to the side, under the side of your left arm. That makes sense. And then release your knee, release your hand, come back to all fours. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Plant your right hand into the mat. Inhale, lifting the left hand up and away. Feel that twist in the side body. Exhale, dive the hand through. So we're reaching as far as we can with those fingertips onto the mat or the floor. Inhale, opening up. Keep your hips stable as you do this. Exhale, hand goes through. You're really trying your best to reach with your fingertips on the mat. Inhale and open. Exhale and reach. So once you find that stability with the backs of your fingertips, your fingernails are just resting on the mat. Inhale, exhale the right leg behind you. Extending that leg, toes are into the mat. Getting a nice stretch to that hamstring. And then release the hand, release the knee. So take your toes into the mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift your knees and your hips, come up to downward facing dog. Have a little walk with your feet. So easing out one and the other. Allowing your head to drop through your arms, your ears in line with your inner arms. Don't let your head go any further. And then let your heels just settle towards the mat. Our first down dog of the day. Just enjoy it. Just taking a breath here. And then on your next inhalation, shift your weight forward into plank. Reposition your feet if you need to, hold that plank. And as you exhale, take your knees to the mat, release the toes, lifting through the chest, upward facing dog. So if this is too much for your lower back, take your hips down to the mat and come to low cobra. Otherwise, up dog. So we're keeping our knees on the mat at the moment. We can take it to the next level when we repeat this. Try and open through the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, toes into the mat, lift the hips back to downward facing dog. Inhale and walk your hands back towards your feet. Uttanasana. And this time, wrap your first finger and your thumb around your big toe. So have a bend in your knees enough so that you can do that. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can straighten your legs and drop the top of the head towards the mat. whilst keeping hold of the toe. And this move is called Pandangustasana. Pandangustasana. Just take a breath. And then as you exhale, walk your hands back out into downward facing dog. So we're back into our down dog position, encouraging your heels towards the mat. Taking a breath once more. And then shift your weight forward, back into plank. Inhale. Exhale. Taking your knees to the mat, rolling onto the top of your feet. Open your chest, you're back in up dog. Now this time, if you want to do that hanging up dog position, you just roll onto your toes and lift your knees. Only do this if your back is good. It's quite nice to have a little roll back and forth in this up dog position. And then take a breath in, exhale, hips up to the ceiling, rolling back over onto your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale and walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Another little variation, so bend your knees enough so that you can lift your toes and slide your hands underneath the feet. So your toes are coming up to the wrist and crease line. So have a bend in your knees to allow this. Drop your head towards the mat. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to send your hips up to the ceiling, straightening the backs of the legs. This is called Padahastasana. Breathing in, breathing out. Pada means foot, hasta means hand. So that's where that comes from. And then release your hands and walk yourself back out into all fours. Take your knees wide, toes together, and sink back to child's pose with your arms extended. So have a nice stretch. Palms are facing down into the mat. And feel that nice stretch through the back body. And then inhale and bring yourself back up to all fours. Just check the time because my clock has done a wobbly, sorry. Yes, okay, so from our all fours position, take a breath in, engage your tummy muscles, exhale your legs back into the straight leg position, you're back in plank. So we're going to come to side plank from here. So you've got two options. You can let your left knee come to the mat, or you can just roll onto the outside of your left foot. Just take your left hand a little bit nearer to the middle of the mat and release your right hand onto your hip. So holding in side plank. And if you're feeling really stable here, float the right hand up to the ceiling, really opening through the chest. Breathing in, breathing out. Take the hand back to the mat, rolling over to the other side. So we're going to position our right hand a bit more central roll onto the outside of the right foot, or option is right knee stays down in the mat and you open up. You'll still get that chest opening. So you choose which is good for you. And then release the hand to the mat and back to plank. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly lower yourself to the mat. Try not to come down with a smash. And then place your hands one on top of the other. Forehead rests on the hands. Drop your heels in towards each other. Take a breath in crocodile. Just noting where in your body can you feel that energy, that work. You feel it in your shoulders now, on that opening inside plank. Just take a breath. And then slowly bring yourself back up from crocodile into all fours. We're going to try that once more. So plant your hands on the mat, underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Inhale, exhale. Take your left leg back first this time, and then right leg. You're in plank. Engage the tummy muscles. Find that strength in the shoulders. Just slightly move the left hand towards the middle. Roll over onto the outside of the right foot and lift your hand. If this is good for you, otherwise options, hand to the hip and lower knee to the mat. You choose. Take a breath. Exhale, release. Roll over to the other side. So reposition the right hand towards the middle and open through the left side. Remembering your options. You only do what's right for you. So if you want to leave your knee on the mat, that's fine. And then release your hand, coming back to plank, lowering down really slow. So bend the elbows, shifting the chest forward, lay it down, come to crocodile. Just take a deep breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Feels good when you've done a strenuous move like that, to just find that little bit of recuperation. So slowly bring yourself back up to all fours. We just got a little flow to do before we try our half moon pose. So take your toes into the mat. Lift your hips as you exhale, come to downward facing dog. Drop your head through your arms. Inhale. As you exhale, allow your weight to shift forward. Lift your right knee up to your chest. Step your foot through. Help it through if you need to. So take your left knee to the mat. And as you inhale, just reaching forward with the hands, the palms are facing each other, reaching up into this low lunge position. So find that balance. Your left toes are into the mat, your left knee. Have some padding there if that doesn't feel good. So we can stay here for another breath, or if you're feeling strong, inhale, and as you exhale, just pressing into the mat with your right foot, lift the left knee off the mat. Well done. And then sweep the hands into, into warrior two. So drop the back leg into warrior two, reaching the hands out into that warrior two position. Right hand forward, left hand back. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale, sending the weight over your leg, bend your right arm and place it on your right thigh. Sweep your left hand up and over, extended side angle. Take a breath here. Remember, we're keeping our chest open. And if you've got quite a flexible chest and shoulders, you could slide that right hand down to the mat. I'm just going to switch sides to show you what I mean, but only do that if your chest stays open, or you can put a block there and try with the block. Otherwise, hand onto the thigh. Inhale, bring yourself back up, warrior two, and then sweep your hands up and over, come back to downward facing dog, release the leg. Taking a breath here, and switching around to the other side so you can see me better, to downward facing dog. Inhale, take your weight forward, lift your left knee up to your chest, exhale and step it through. Drop the right knee to the mat. As you inhale, sweep your hands up to the ceiling, the palms are facing. Remember, your right toes are into the mat. We're in a low lunge position. So try and relax your shoulders here. We're lifting the chest. So if you want to try the option, inhale, all the weight goes into the left foot. Exhale, lift the right knee. Just a few inches away from the mat. It doesn't need to be fully straight. You can just have it hanging there. That's fine. Inhale. Exhale, drop the left hand forward, right hand back, repositioning that right foot into warrior two. Opening out. Inhale. Exhale, bending the left hand, place it on your left thigh, sweep the right hand over. So extended side angle, hold in here, or slide in the left hand down to the mat if your chest stays open. If you're ending up like this, we're not going to get anything from it. So only if you can keep your chest open or use your block. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take your knees to the mat and just sink back into child's pose, but with your knees facing forward this time. Just reach in with the hands. Take a breath. And then inhale, bring yourself up to all fours, toes into the mat as you walk your hands back. Release your hips to the ceiling in Uttanasana. Walking the hands back. And then slowly, slowly bring yourself up. Are we ready for half moon pose? So the sun's come out too. It's lovely. So for half moon pose, we're going to need our block. So have the block towards the front of your mat. Just have it in the tall position and step to about halfway back your mat, down your mat. Stand up straight and tall. Inhale. And as you exhale, just step your right foot towards the block. So the feet are both pointing forward. They're like train tracks. Find that strong straight spine. Engage your tummy muscles. Inhale. And as you exhale, sweep your hands behind you. Interlace the fingers. And just dip the body forward. So finding that balance as we send our nose towards our knees. Feel how that's opening your chest as you send the arms up to the ceiling. So from here, we're going to come into our half moon pose. So release your hands to your hips. Bend your front leg. So the weight is going into this front leg, and release your right hand to your block. So just take it a little bit forward of that. Oh, I'm falling over already, of the foot. And then take a breath in. And as you exhale, gently ease the weight into the right foot, releasing the left leg up. So your right hand is resting on your block, your left foot out behind you. Have a strong left foot, so press the sole of the foot away from you. So let me just put you all on gallery so you can see what's happening. So we ease into this. From this forward bend, we're easing into that front leg, bending the knee, reaching forward, holding that block really strong. Release the back leg. Have the back leg strong. Well done, keep trying. Now, if that feels too wobbly, you can go to the wall and you can put your hand on the wall. You can put your hand on your radiator or a chair if that's better for you. Or if you feel that the block is hindering you, then rather than using the block, just when you come from this forward fold and you bend the knee, just take your hand straight to the mat and then release the leg. And that might feel a little bit more stable. Obviously the bend in your right knee is much more pronounced because you've got to reach your hand to the floor. There's lots of options. Well done. And once you've got that stability, you might want to think about this left arm that's on your hip. Maybe it will float up to the ceiling. Maybe your gaze will turn to follow it, and that is a challenge. So if you're going to try to send your gaze, do it very slowly. It does throw you off balance, doesn't it? So just focus on the hand for now. Remember that back leg is really strong. You're sending the sole of the foot out as if you're pressing it against the wall. Once you've got that balance, your left arm can float up. Brilliant. Okay, release your hand to the mat and step your feet back into Uttanasana. Just fold forward, ease out, and slowly bring yourself back up. Just let your blood pressure settle. Relax the shoulders, because we have got two sides. So we're going to have another go on the other side. So just let everything settle. Release the shoulders. Tummy muscles engaged. And then we'll think about setting up for the other side. So if you're using the block, have it towards the front of your mat. Step back to about the middle of the mat. Inhale. And as you exhale, step forward with your left foot. So our feet, both pointing forward, feel strong in this position, really centered and stable. And inhale, float your arms up, and exhale them behind you, interlace the fingers. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, exhale as you fold forward, taking your nose towards your knee. So finding that forward fold, starting to sort of level out with our head and our blood pressure. Take your hands to your hips, bend your left knee, so you're bending into that left foot, feel quite strong here. And then release your left hand either to the block or to the mat or to your chair or your wall, your radiator, whatever's good for you. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift that right leg up and away. So keep the neck long, keep your gaze to the mat, keep that right foot strong. And if you feel you can, float your right hand up to the ceiling. And turn your gaze only when you feel you're ready. It's not working for me this morning. If you turn your gaze, it will destabilize you. So just keep the gaze to the floor. Brilliant. You're all doing really well. Remember to keep that back leg really strong. And then release your hand to the mat. Walk your hands back to Uttanasana. Take your feet wide and slowly release your hips down to the mat. Well done. So come down to the mat in semi-supine. And just ease out through that lower back. So as you lie here in semi-supine, just tilt your pelvis forward and back a few times. Just allowing the back to release. And then when it finds its neutral position, just let it hang there. So feel how your tummy sinks towards your back. And there's a very small gap between your back and the mat. Have your feet planted on the floor. They're about hip distance apart. And you can take your hands out into a T shape, palms facing down. Just check that the back of the head is on the mat, that you're not lifting your chin. Just take a breath here. Just allow everything to settle. And then as you inhale, bring your right knee up and over your chest and hug it in. So bring your hands to the shin. And as you exhale, send your left leg away from you. Your left foot is active. Inhale. And as you exhale, take your left hand to your right knee and encourage it to drop over the body. Send your right hand back out in that T shape, palm facing down. So you're just adding in that little twist. And with your left hand on the outside of your right knee, you're encouraging the leg to come over. Just allow the shoulders to rest into the mat. Your chest should be really open here. And then as you inhale, start to unwind. So bring the right foot back to the mat. Slide it away. Bring the left leg up and over the chest, hug it in. So bring your hands to your left shin, really hugging it in towards the chest, finding that nice bit of flexion in the hip. And then take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Your left toe sort of hook behind your right thigh as you send the leg over to the right. Remember, the right foot is active, so keep it strong. Left hand out in the T shape, palms facing down. Keep that chest open. And then bring your knees back to center. Bring both knees this time into semi-supine. And place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. We're just going to finish with a breathing practice. So if you want to get your jumper or your blankets and just drape it over you as we do our breathing practice, now is the time. Otherwise, if you've got some lovely sun coming in through the room, like me, just stay in your semi-supine. Just enjoy the warmth of the sun. So just lying on the mat, semi-supine, knees are bent. Feet are really grounding into the mat. One hand is on the belly, one hand is on the chest. Relax your shoulders down into the mat. Keep your nose in line with your belly button. Try and let go with the back body, so release the whole of the spine into the mat. Relax your shoulders. Relax your forehead. Are you holding a frown there? try and find some softness in the skin on your face. Relax your jaw. And just breathing in through the nose, sending the breath all the way down to that hand on your belly. Can you feel it move? And as you exhale, feel how the hand just sinks back as the belly rests towards the back. Take a few deep breaths like this, breathing in. Moving that hand on the belly. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's bring the other hand into it now. So as you breathe in, moving the hand on the belly, filling the lungs with air. Can you feel some movement in the other hand on the chest? And as you breathe out, feel both hands resting back into the body. So think about your rib cage, that 360 movement as you breathe in, expanding the belly, expanding the whole of the rib cage. Can you feel it pressing into the mat, out to the sides and into the hand? And then breathing out, just let it all go. Just feel your feet dropping into the mat with your exhalation. Feel all the muscles relaxing down your legs. Keep that going, just sending a lovely deep breath. Belly and chest. Breathing out. Relaxing down into the mat. No tension. Your shoulders are relaxed, your face is relaxed. So with your next breath, see if you can make this a really big one. Breathing in, belly, chest, maybe the breath goes right to the top of the chest. Breathing out and releasing. Another big deep breath in. Fill your lungs to their full capacity. Breathing out and release. Just stay there for a few moments. Just breathe into your normal pattern. Just feeling that slight movement under your hands. Relaxing into the mat. And then on your next inhalation, just gently bring your knees up and over your chest. Just hug them in tight. Wrap your hands around your shins. Have a little roll on the mat. And when you're ready, roll onto your right hand side. Just hug your knees up close to your chest. Blinking your eyes open. Slowly bringing yourself back up to seated. Hope you're all feeling good. We'll finish with our 3 breaths together. So taking your hands out wide. Inhale as you reach up and overhead. Take your gaze to your palms. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale. Really feel that chest opening. Exhale to the heart center. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.